to my studio space. My name is Rebecca. In this video, I want to give you guys a glimpse into the private place that I go to paint. I love to paint and draw, among other things, and so what I've been able to do is devote a corner of my bedroom to my craft. I would encourage any artist out there to do the same, just because, you know, a space becomes so sacred when all of your attention and focus and your passion and your heart is just pouring out onto the canvas. And if you have a place where you can go to time and time again to do that, it serves to benefit the whole practice in general. You know, your creative spirit really resides here. You know, I enjoy going onto YouTube and seeing other artists' videos of their studios because it's such a rare thing to get to glimpse that. You know, not many people get to see it. So my challenge is opening up this very private side of myself and sharing that with you guys. So I hope you enjoy. Come on guys, let's get started.
I'll start with the vintage tanker style desk that I found at a thrift store for $20. This thing is awesome. It's very beefy. It's got a very cool vintage 60s vibe to it. It has 4 box drawers, and you can see a close-up here of the hardware. It is original. It's got just cool angular design, classic to the period. Anyways, I don't use these for much, but these are awesome. These are some slide-out panels. The one on the right here, I like to pull out and position my light source on top of it. And I open it up here and it shines directly onto my canvas over my shoulder, so it's just a great working light. On the left is where I keep my paintbrushes sprawled out pretty much at all times. But let me slide this panel in and give you a peek inside the deep file drawer. It's good for storing the bulkier items. Here I have a natural sponge and a box of colored markers, and then a couple cases of Prismacolor color pencils. And of course, since this is an old desk that I got for very cheap, I don't mind destroying the top of it, getting paint all over, so I don't have to worry at all. And here's a really cute little chair that I acquired from my mom. It's small and it fits so well. And this here is another item I found at a thrift store for about $10. It's this really neat old bookshelf. It's freestanding, so it's not attached to the desk. I can move it as I need to. But it's got 4 shelves for some vertical storage here. A lot of random tools and accoutrements and art supplies and personal items. So I can give you a tour of each level here. On this top shelf, I've got one of my latest paintings that I've finished, which I'll show you in detail later, and this little needle-felted horse. I can give you a tutorial of that at some point. Just a little picture of my nephew here, Danny, and you know, just personal touches to make the space really special. Here I've got a little box of oil pastels, and I just find different containers to store them in. Here's a jar, St. Francis statue, and a couple different little containers and crayon packs. Over here I've got my 3 different watercolor travel cases, and also a little pouch for my pencils to take on the go. And I've got different jars here of markers and pencils, drawing pencils, charcoal, and colored pens. And a cute little multicolored notepad that I got at Daiso in San Francisco. And here's a ruler that I think is for quilting, but its flexibility just renders it really useful for a whole bunch of different projects. I love this thing. And finally, on this bottom shelf here, I've got a couple containers here full of smaller acrylic paints, tubes that I don't normally use, but I don't want to waste them. And here is a really cool specimen, 2 different June bugs that I found on my various runs through the neighborhood in the summer months, and their carcasses are so gorgeous. So I've collected them and used them for different specimen study drawings. And here's another fabulous piece. This is a desktop easel that I acquired from my mom. Yet again, turn these little knobs here, and the frame just folds right down, and it's got a handle to carry it by on top. Honestly, I just leave it propped open the whole time. It's always on my desk, always with a painting canvas on it, just so that, you know, I'm ready to go whenever I need to paint. But I really love this piece. It accommodates a whole bunch of different sizes of canvases. And this is just another recent piece, unfinished. Just some blue room I'm painting. And over here is my water bucket and a towel to dry my brushes on. It's covered in paint. I love it. Have had it for years. And over here I have acquired a shoebox. Works perfectly to store my acrylic paint tubes in. It's rather unorganized, but it works for me. I just pull them out as I need them. And I'll just stash it over here on this shelf when I'm not using them. And that's pretty much it for the whole desk part of the studio. And here's a look at some art that I have hanging around. This one I bought from a homeless man in Old Town, San Diego. And this is all his work by hand, colored pencil. It's just very intricate and pretty cool. It's like an Asian burger. And here is my canvas collection. I love having a whole bunch of blank ones on hand. All different sizes, so whenever, I get the inspiration, I know that I have plenty to choose from. And now I'd like to take you on a quick little detailed tour of my most recent paintings.
That's pretty much it. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. You'll see a lot of future videos on my artwork and other topics that interest me. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.